We might have spoken about this before, previously. We spoke about it before, but I don't think it will be enough for us to talk about it. In recent days, I see in Israeli media, newspapers, internet, and so on and so forth, a rising trend again. During the Clinton era, what they call the Clinton option, was to settle down and to bring peace in the Middle East would be to allow X amount of Palestinians back into the land of Israel, and Israel to pay them money, and to divide Jerusalem into the capital of Israel and the capital of so-called the Palestinian state, and to make the old city a multinational era where the Christians and the Muslims and the Jews are going to run the country, and so on and so forth. That's a very dangerous thing. Only in Chelem, in this stupid state of Israel, something like this could happen. The problem is that I have is like this. We are the Jews, forget that Israel, the land of Israel, does not belong to Israelis. The land of Israel and Jerusalem belongs to the Jewish nation. I don't understand what is it that caused us to fall into this propaganda that we are okay with this fact and nobody is saying anything about it. We became obsessed with this entity called the Israeli state, and we forget that it belongs to the Jewish nation. Eretz Israel belongs to the Jewish nation, not to that entity called the State of Israel, that sometimes decline the right of the Jews to their land, to the point that Jews are not allowed to pray in the Temple Mount. Jews cannot enter Kfar Nahum and pray there because it belongs to the church. And I don't understand at what right those who live in Israel have the right to decide to give away parts of the land of Israel and Jerusalem that we pray to 3 times a day, when they're willing to give it back. At what right? And what gives them the right? To peace? There's not going to be peace. If all the Israelis who live in America, and by the way, Israel is not a democracy, because anywhere in the world you could do absentee ballots when to vote. In Israel you can't. If I live in America and I'm an Israeli, I cannot vote for the Israeli government. However, if I'm an American and I live in Israel, or I live in Timbuktu, I can do absentee ballot. To take my money, they know. To get my vote, they can't. Why is it that we keep quiet about it? And you know what's going to happen? What's going to happen is what we do all the time. We're afraid to call the problem by its name. We go on about our own business and so on. That was the whole cry. Why, for example, people were crying about the president not saying Islamic or radical Islam. Radical Islam will put the problem on the shoulders of Islam. When the president calls it terrorists, it's on the shoulders of individuals. And so is to anything else. That's why, for example, when you're an alcoholic, say, my name is so-and-so and I am an alcoholic. You got to call the problem by its name. We need to identify the bad and remove the bad. I'll tell you the truth. If they give Jerusalem back, I don't see any point of remaining an Israeli citizen. What point is that for that? They give Jerusalem back, they can take my passport away. And so should any Israeli give the passport away. If you have a foreign thing, give it away. Go get out of there. Who needs it anymore? I know what I'm going to say, or what I'm saying gets a lot of people angry. But you know what? Get angry and do something about it, but don't just sit there. Don't just sit there. And if 500,000 or 1 million Israelis that sit in America will do that, and all the Lubavitchers, Mashiach, Garbayim, nothing's going to happen. Put your voice, because I'll tell you the truth, if not, I hate to say it, but Satmar are right. It's the state of Israel, it's not the Jewish state of Israel. And what bothers me, that those concepts are brought up by the Jews that live in Israel, not by the Goyim that tell us to give Jerusalem back. Because no country in the right mind, regarding what dispute they have, would give its capital because of a threat of fear. This is how they deal with bullies. You reward bullyism. I'll give you the land if you're going to make peace with me, if you're going to stop fighting with me. No, if you want to stop fighting with me, it's because you should know that I'm going to crush you. How do you deal with bullies? This is how they deal with battered wives. So why one day go to women who are beaten by the husband and reward the husband for the crazy behavior? Why would they go to bullies in school that bully kids and reward the bully for the crazy behavior? Why do we have a police? Why everything is good besides when it comes to the Jews, besides when it comes to Israel? And what bothers me more than that is that behavior. We have to call the bad. And then it goes, we have to call the bad by its name. It goes to terrorism. It goes to pedophiles. It goes to rabbis who oppress people. It goes to anything. We should know better. There's a mitzvah midoraita to be oker, shoresh, porerosh, velana, to outroot any bad among you. But I cannot identify the bad weed if I don't call it a bad weed. I need to call the baby by its name. And that's how I'm going to deal with it. So I tell everybody who listens to this, I don't care if it's 300 or 3,000 people, but you better do something about it. It's your right as a Jew to voice your concern for the safety and the unity of Jerusalem. If you don't care about Jerusalem, don't pray for it. Have a good day.